Good morning, 7th grade students. Today is Tuesday, October 6th. You have 4 days and then you get a week off. So that's really exciting. So first thing, you guys are going to be working on your packet. You're going to be in the writing. So you guys are writing how-to speeches this week. And you're going to choose now which of two ways you're going to do this. So either you're going to write the speech and then you're going to record yourself and send me the recording. So that would look a lot like the videos that I post with Miss Bachman where we teach you guys how to make something. Okay, like we'll do how-to art projects, or we'll do how-to recipes. So you would do that. So you're either going to record it or you're going to do the writing assignments, and then in the end you're going to write it as a completed, like start to finish. So essentially you're going to write what you would say. You're going to write the essay instead of saying the essay. Okay, so this is the prompt. You are going to record a video or turn in a written speech where you teach me how to do something. This can be something simple like a recipe that you like to make. You can also choose to do an activity, craft, or skill that you are good at. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will all be used to help you plan what you're going to say. You must fill these pages out. Friday is the day that you will record and email your videos to me, or you can write the speech. Okay, so broken down, and each day is kind of helping you to figure out what you're going to do. So just like in an essay, with a speech, you have to do an introduction. You have to tell people what you're doing. You have to tell people why they care and why you care. So what are you teaching? What interested interested you so that you wanted to learn how to do this? So if you're teaching me how to make popcorn on the stove, then why did you care? Maybe you hate microwave popcorn and you think it's gross, so you wanted to learn how to do this. So you're going to write a sentence or two telling me how or why did you learn how to do this? How did you learn how to do this? Who taught you? Did you go on YouTube? Did your mom sit you down and teach you how to do it? How'd you learn it? And when did you learn how to do it? So for an example, in my family, we make these things called Abel skeevers. My grandma, both of her parents were born in Denmark, so blood-wise, my grandma was 100% Danish. My mom is 50%, I am 25%. That's the biggest chunk of anything that I am. My great-grandpa, my grandma's dad, was a Danish baker. He lived in Denmark and his family owned a bakery, and he ended up leaving and coming to the United States, but he loved to bake things and he loved to cook. When we were kids, we used to go to Danish festivals or Scandinavian festivals, and they would have all these different foods from these countries in Scandinavia. So Denmark, Poland, Holland, Belgium, those places, okay? And so you would get to get food from these different places. One of our favorite things were these Danish pancakes. They're about this big. They look a lot like a donut hole, and they're called Abel skeevers. And what it is it's pancake, kind of like a pancake, but a little bit fluffier. It is cooked in butter or oil in a specific pan that makes them, and you like slowly rotate them so that they have a hollow center. Then when you get them, you fill the hollow center with butter, powdered sugar, jam if you want to. Applesauce is really common to put in there. And then you can put powdered sugar and whipped cream on top, and they're delicious. So they're little stuffed pancakes, and they're so good. The process to make them is pretty time consuming, and one of the things that you have to do is you have to beat egg whites until they're super fluffy, and then you slowly fold them in, which means gently mixing. You don't ever move quickly when you're folding. It's all a slow movement. So my mom used to make these for us when we were kids, and when I was probably about 14 or 15, I started helping her with the process of cooking them. But I didn't do the recipe part. I didn't create the batter. And so I finally learned how to do that probably when I was like 20. And so that is, and I love them. I think they're delicious. That's why. So if I was teaching about Abel skeevers, what is that? I'm teaching Abel skeevers. Why? Is because I love them and I think they're delicious. How did I learn it? I was taught by my mom. And when? between 14 and 20 I learned it. So like in my teenage years. Okay. So that is what you're going to fill out today. And then tomorrow we'll go over the Wednesday stuff. And then Thursday we'll go over that. And on Friday, you either will record a video, like I said, or you're going to write it all out. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. If you get stuck, here are some things. If you are like, I have no idea, I don't know what to do. Peanut butter and jelly is a super great one because it's an easy list of ingredients and it's a pretty straightforward step-by-step process. Grilled cheese is a really great one for people to make. Any kind of craft that you're good at making, so like an origami or something like that, you can teach me how to do. I'm trying to think. A regular sandwich, like I've had kids teach me how to make their version of a perfect turkey sandwich. I've had kids teach me how to make a family recipe. I've had kids, I had a kid teach me how he was going to do the perfect stance so that he could try and hit a home run. That one was pretty complicated, but he did a pretty good job. I had kids teach me how to make the perfect top ramen. So I guess there's like tons of different ways that people like to make top ramen. And I had 2 kids actually one year, and one of them taught me how to do it like on the stove, and the other one did it with just pouring water, but he added like 10 different ingredients to his top ramen. So there's lots of things you can do. If you're stuck, please email or text me and I can help you choose something that's easy enough that you'll be able to do it, but also interesting enough that you're going to want to do it. Okay? And this is not optional. You need to take care of it. So on Tuesday, your vocab is in. It means in. And your first word is incarcerate. And so incarcerate means to put someone inside of a jail or like to enclose someone somewhere. We typically hear it about like prisoners. The prisoner was incarcerated kind of thing. So I said that they decided to incarcerate the dog during the day because it kept chewing things in the house. So they put it into like a kennel or a cage. So you can look up incorporate, induction, indigenous, indicator, or inspiration. Any of those will work. Remember, you have to do both. I have kids that are just doing one for some reason, and that means the best you're going to get on this page is like a 2 out of 4, a 50%. So don't do that. Your suffix is ein. It means nature of, and the first word is feminine. The woman looked very feminine in her dress and high heels. So being feminine, femme has to do with female, and then ein is the nature of, so it's saying the nature of looking female or being female. And so for this person to be wearing high heels and a dress, they're going to look like a female. Words to look up: genuine, medicine, or another word that ends in ine. You are going to complete summary questions 19 through 21, which are right here for Stargirl. And you are going to read chapters 22 through 25. Since you stuck it out with me, if I can find a pen, yep. Let's see, I'm going to go with number 4 today. What does Stargirl say is her occupation of choice? So there is a point in the book where Leo and Stargirl are hanging out, and Stargirl says her occupation, so that is a job, her occupation of choice is to drive a silver lunch truck. In parentheses, we're going to put a food truck. So this book was written in 2000, and food trucks were not common then, but now they're very common. And what she describes is what we now know is a food truck. So is to drive a silver lunch truck to deliver food to people. So what she describes is a truck or van that people can walk up and order food and have that food from her. So it's a food truck. So there is that. And today's word of the day is, I think I'm going to go Star Wars this week. And so your first word of the day is Han Solo. That is spelled, I'm going to write it because it does kind of, sometimes some of the spellings I get, I'm like, man, that was a creative spelling. So let me spin over here. So Han Solo is H-A-N, that's his first name, and then solo, like singular. So day 1, Han Solo. If you need this, push pause so you can write the rest of this down, and otherwise, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you later.